The creativity industry is gradually gaining momentum in an economy where oil and gas has been a major source of revenue, and that's why the Lagos Comic Convention is put together to serve as a platform to exchange ideas and business opportunities in a sector that is dominated with youths. The convention brings different forms of art, which includes writing, painting, film, animation and gaming, in order to encourage broader participation and support the building of knowledge and capacity necessary to strengthen the sector and ultimately create jobs. The event features a central stage for exhibition, sales, keynotes and panels, multiple rooms for workshops, and lots more.
Industry in Nigeria is something that has so much potentials, but people have not really tapped into it. So right now, especially when we are right now in the age whereby the government is trying to diversify into various sectors for us to earn foreign exchange, I think this is an opportunity for people to invest in, to give creative minds that opportunity to showcase their talents and have their works displayed to the world all over.
Our characters that we looked up to, our own icons, some had Superman, Batman, and the rest Spider-Man. We want to create our own African characters, heroes, that African children can look up to and say, I want to be like this, I want to follow this guy, I want to, when I grow up, that kind of thing. So that's what we want.
According to the organizers, their goal is to bring a connection between Nigeria's creative industry and the growth in its economy.
I think working on subsequent events, we are going to see how we can partner with multinational organizations to actually be able to get more of them into the industry, and they need to understand that we actually have the animation and the comic and the gaming industry down here that they can partner with, because we actually need a whole lot of support, not just from the corporate body, but also for the government, from the government too. So we're actually looking at a way in which we can bring them in to make it much more bigger, because the government actually has a big role to play.
The last edition witnessed 25 comic creators exhibiting their wares. This year, close to 50 indigenous comic titles were sold. The Lagos Comic Convention is seen as one of the largest gatherings of comic publishers, creators and enthusiasts in Nigeria. South Korean Galaxy Note 7 users were able to exchange their phones with new handsets at mobile phone stores, citing safety concerns in relation to battery defects. They will be able to replace their old handsets at outlets of the country's 3 major telecom operators. For fear of a possible rush, some telecom operators instructed customers to make advance registrations. At first glance, the biggest difference between the old and the new handset is that the battery icon is now displayed in green. On the first day of the exchange period, some Samsung users complained that the new phones were not available at all service centers in Seoul, and they could not find handsets with their desired color.
The overall hesitation towards the Samsung brand will create a lost opportunity of about 3 to 4 million units for Samsung in the September to December timeframe. So there will be a slight dip in market share, we believe, but Q1 things will probably change.
Although the tech giant promised a full refund for its users, most of them opt to exchange them for a new handset. Samsung's after-sales service center will also offer the replacement service from October.
It might actually help Samsung, and as it sets a benchmark, a new benchmark of quality. So overall, in the long term, this will strengthen Samsung's brand because they kind of set a certain standard of how they value their customers.
South Korea's largest mobile handset maker is struggling to win back their customers' trust after 92 reports of Note 7 batteries that overheated or caught fire in the United States, which prompted an official government recall. Meanwhile, many airlines have banned the use of the Note 7, saying it's an in-flight hazard. The World Heritage Site, west of Osaka last year, hosted almost 3 million visitors, a tenth of them from overseas. The old castle lately has received a high-tech makeover. An app operating on the same concept as Pokemon Go helps visitors better grasp the fortress' unique history. The technology of augmented reality, images overlaid on real scenery, is now available to visitors at Himeji Castle. It helps visitors navigate Himeji's turrets, towers, gates, and other defensive structures via augmented reality guideposts and reenactments. Visitors learn about Himeji's indigenous enemy-repelling architecture by aiming their smart devices, and the video appears showing warriors firing at foes through deceptively placed openings, flinging stones to ward off attackers.
Interestingly, it's a lot of scientific apps helping us to understand the history of the castle, and it's very interactive as well. It's the first time using this kind of app.
Very efficient, transportation.
Yes.
Very clean as well, and I think more importantly is also very safe. I was just cycling here last night at midnight, and there were still people alone walking around in the park here. So it goes to show how safe it is in Japan.
An indicator of Japan's low crime rate is its huge array and near ubiquitous presence of vending machines. More than 5 million automated vendors operate nationwide.
I thought it was pretty intuitive how it gave me a suggestion that I like. Usually I do get green tea, so it was interesting that was one of my choices.
Amazed with, the technology, the people, everything. I came from New York, but this Japan is more advanced and it's so many different things. Yeah.
Suggestions are further filtered according to the temperature, season, and weather. While the machine steers consumers towards new products, it gleans a wealth of data of what's hot and what's not among various demographic groups.
How may I help you?